pa 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 ella, ella, pa 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 ella,
Hello and welcome to Locally New England, a show that brings you local lifestyle insights, marquee events, and business profiles. I'm Meredith Gorman.
And I'm Joe Guarneri. So glad you could join us as we enter the holiday season.
Up first, we'll sit down with Ashley Deeb from Mainely Tubs to talk about their recent first responder giveaway and announce the winner. Well, kind of announce the winner. All of that and more when we come back to Locally New England.
Locally New England is brought to you by Charahoe Furniture, beautifully crafted American-made home furnishings. First Hyundai, North Attleboro. Save every day at First Hyundai. And Some Pump Geeks. We service all brands.
Being a first responder is often a thankless endeavor, but Mainely Tubs, you guys over there are doing something to combat that, especially around the holidays. First of all, welcome Ashley, thanks for joining us, but tell us about the first responder giveaway that we touched on last show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. We are giving away a hot tub to a first responder that works in Rhode Island.
Wow.
This is kind of the first giveaway that we've done of sorts, and we thought what better way to give it away than to a first responder, kind of what you touched on. Thankless job, they do so much for the community, and we thought it'd be a great way to get into a new community where we just opened a showroom in Cranston.
This is your first time doing this giveaway, right?
It's our first time doing it in all of our 7 stores. This is the first kind of first responder giveaway that we're doing in honor of National First Responders Day.
I mean, it's a good way to make friends in the new community by offering a hot tub up to people that are doing some of the most important work in the community. How did people enter the giveaway and how did you guys choose the winner?
Yeah, so you could enter the giveaway through, we had QR codes, flyers. We went to a couple of first responder events and passed out flyers with the information at our website, mainlytubs.com. You could go and apply. And, you know, we thought first responders, they're out there putting themselves on the line, doing work that usually causes a lot of sore muscles, stiff joints, and what better way to relax than in a hot tub?
Exactly. And now you have a winner. We
have
understand,
a winner.
but we are not giving away just yet.
We're not giving away the winner's name just yet, but very excited for this individual. He has done a lot for the community throughout the years, and so we're really excited to have a winner.
He's going to be so excited. And as you told us before the show, it's a surprise.
Yes,
listen,
it's a surprise.
That's probably the greatest surprise ever, especially when you live in the Northeast like this. And we're getting into the colder weather, and I mean, there's nothing better than just having a hot tub on site. As someone who doesn't have a hot tub on site.
Sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Yeah, no, winter, saunas, hot tubs, both products that we sell, you know, in addition to all the amazing health benefits that come from using them, it's just, when it is freezing cold, there is nothing better than getting into a hot tub or a sauna, just relaxing, warming up. It's the perfect thing.
I mean, it's already feeling like winter outside. Yeah. But for those people watching who are like, hey, you know, hot tub or a sauna sounds really nice, especially when we live in a place that's winter like 8 months per year. How can they find you guys at Mainely Tubs?
So they can come to our new showroom in Cranston. We're right across from Garden City Center Shopping Plaza. And you can also visit mainlytubs.com. Starting November 6th, we're going to have our year-end clearance sale, so it's a great time to come in if you're in the market for a hot tub or a sauna or even a swim spa. We have all those products. We have a large selection on display in the Cranston showroom. You can go to our website, take a virtual tour before you come in if you want to familiarize yourself with some of the products. Yeah, come on in. We've got something for everyone. I mean, we've got 2-seaters, we've got 6+ seaters. It really just depends what you're looking for. Do you want
your parties?
Yeah. You can have a party, you can relax. It's a great place if you want to spend some time with your family and kind of disconnect. You know, however you want to use it, we've got something for pretty much everyone based on your needs.
Getting
And
ready to relax for the holiday season. I like that. That
Right?
sounds
Like
really
you
nice.
need, your arms are sore from the holiday shopping. You just need to like get in and de-stress and kind of take a minute for yourself during the holidays. No
perfect.
judgments.
Perfect.
yes, you know, early congratulations to the winner. We won't name you, and it's a surprise right now, but tomorrow
Yep, we're
this
hoping to announce
special
it.
first
Yes.
responder will finally
Yes.
get the news. So excited for that person, whoever they are. And thank you so much, Ashley, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Up next on Locally New England, we sit down with the Rhode Island Community Food Bank. Stay tuned. Food insecurity is a very common situation that a lot of people face in the community around here and in Rhode Island. It's such a large problem. The stats speak for themselves. I mean, just how many people in this community experience this?
Meredith, it's actually 1 in 3 households with children in the state of Rhode Island that are experiencing food insecurity, which means on a consistent basis, they can't afford to feed the family the amount of food they need.
Wow, that's, I mean, and not to say, even though the show right now is closer to the holidays, but this insecurity happens throughout the year. And now you guys have a record of distribution agencies that help you distribute the food. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So the challenge is year-round. The food bank, through its network of member agencies, serves over 82,000 Rhode Islanders a month. We have 147 agencies that are located across the state, and the food bank serves as the central distribution for those agencies.
Okay.
So we get the food to them, and they get the food in the hands of those who need it.
It's such a common problem, and for anybody who's watching this and thinking, I am someone whose family is experiencing food insecurity, what is the easiest way for them to seek assistance in this way?
Sure. So right on our website, there is a big link that says Find Food. And that page has a map of the entire state. You can enter in where you're located, and it shows the nearest food pantries, meal sites, and other distribution programs.
Makes it nice and simple for the people.
Yeah.
It's nice and simple, and our agencies welcome everyone. Folks don't have to provide a lot of documentation or proof that they need help. They can go in and get help as soon as they need it.
And speaking of help, now are there people who can come in to help if they want to get involved in this?
Yeah, so the best way for folks to help us out at the food bank is with donations.
Donations. Very
We
good.
actually purchase a lot of the food that we distribute. It helps us to, get a better price on the food. We buy from wholesalers and distributors at a low cost. It helps us get more, and it helps us acquire healthy, culturally relevant foods that people want to serve their families.
Okay.
So the best way to support our efforts is to make a donation.
That's honestly, something that a lot of people don't think about, the cultural differences in how people eat and whatnot. But also, what do you think it is that's making food insecurity become ever increasingly common, more and more common?
Yeah,
right now?
Honestly, it's the cost of everything right now. If you think of your last trip to the grocery store, it's leveling off a little bit at this point, but it's still, the prices are so high. And when you couple that with other costs of living, rent, heating, think of your last electric bill. It's like sort of mind-blowing. And then imagine you're making minimum wage. It's getting increasingly difficult for families to make ends meet. And we're seeing more and more guests who are using pantry services for the very first time.
Absolutely. And I think, food insecurity is something that it spreads far and wide here, but especially around the holidays, if anyone's watching this and, thinks of this as a cause near and dear to their heart, they should definitely donate to such an important cause.
For sure.
Speaking of which, donations, and for those who are in the insecurity on that portion, how do they get a hold of you? How does someone find you guys, websites or anything like that?
So it's rifoodbank.org.
Okay.
And it's that find food button that will get people to the pantry closest to them so that they can go get support.
A super important topic, and around the holidays, people are thinking about ways that they can give back. So great timing to have you on the show, Kate. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Up next on Locally New England, we sit down with attorney Stephen J. Dennis. All that and more on Locally New England.
Joining us now is attorney Stephen J. Dennis, who specializes in the concentration of labor laws here in Rhode Island. What type of people typically contact you?
So I concentrate in workers' compensation. I've been doing it for 35 years, and I work for injured workers and their families. So people get injured on the job, give me a call, and they come in, we talk about their case.
So when they get in, let's walk through that. What does somebody have to do once they get injured? And call you first, state the claim? How does it work?
They should notify their employer right away.
Okay.
And write down exactly what happened or fill out an incident report and immediately go to a doctor. They have the right to choose their own physician in the very beginning, and they should go to an emergency room or a doctor that they trust and get treated. It's the delay in the notice and delay in the treatment that causes the problem. So a lot of employees think it's not, they're not being loyal to the employee, they're going to try to tough it out. A lot of times that hurts them and they use it against them. So.
And is it pretty typical for people to delay seeking treatment, or what do you typically see?
It happens a lot, and there are a lot of employer treatment facilities. I won't name them on the air, but they work mainly for employers. If you go to their websites, they talk about how fast they can get people back to work. They're not really the best places to treat. So an employer will tell you sometimes you have to go to this doctor, have to go to this treatment facility. You don't have to. And if you don't believe me, you can go to the placard in the break room, and it says you have the right to treat with your own doctor initially, and you should, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the medical field. So.
And
Is that one of, I read on your website some of the tricks, so to speak, that insurance companies use. Is that one of them?
The three major tricks.
What are the three major tricks?
Number one is the conservative doctor trick, okay? Where you go to where the employer wants you to go, and that doctor, I'm sure they're honest and honorable, but I've been doing it for 35 years. It seems like some doctors go way to the right, some go way to the left, and the ones the employer wants you to go to seem to be way to the right. And they will do things like not letting you come out of work. In the old days, when I first started practicing, everybody got 2 weeks off. And there's a glitch in the law that says you have to have 3 days off in a row, technically fourth day, to establish a lost time injury. Oh. So a lot of times they'll freeze you on work, and then they hobble back to their job, and then for some reason, mysterious reason, they get fired for some other reason, and then they're out of work without establishing the case. That seems to happen a lot.
And looking at the typical outcome of cases that you handle, what's the ideal resolution?
Ideal resolution is to get quality care and get back to work. It's better to be working than not working. If they can't get back to work, the ideal resolution is to be retrained to another job where they can have a better position or something to make as much money or more. The statute calls it to bring you back to your economic usefulness, but I get more resistance on retraining programs than anything else I do. It's cheaper to try to discontinue the employee, shift them to public facilities or public works like TDI, unemployment, Social Security disability, long-term disability policies. So employers and insurers have gotten a big break, in my mind, on these workers' comp cases. And comp used to be a real loser in the business insurance company, but now they're a real winner, and they make a ton of money. So it's flipped. It's flipped. Injured workers were painted as fraudsters and fakes and phonies, and that worked nationwide, and they shifted the total statute scheme, and now we have basically a cap of 6 years, and people don't get as many benefits as they used to.
So as far as all of that's concerned, because I know we're going to have you come back on another episode, but where can somebody find you and get the information they need to contact you?
You need a lawyer for every occasion.
Every occasion.
You don't have to get me. You can get anyone you want, but if you don't get somebody, you're likely to have a real problem. And I don't cost any money. You can come see me for free.
Oh.
Wow.
I get paid by winning, and I get paid by either bringing successful petitions or defending successful petitions or settling their case. I'm entitled to 20%.
The law offices of Stephen J. Dennis. Thank you so much for joining us.
Great, thank you.
When we come back, we'll take our cameras to East Bay Regional Coalition, and then we head to Gold's Wine and Spirits.
East Bay Regional Coalition is a community-based organization that focuses on substance abuse prevention as well as mental health within the community. We are composed of educators, law enforcement, substance abuse professionals, as well as concerned community members. We have a number of different programs. Recently, we developed a program called Stronger Together. So the Stronger Together program is a 2.5-hour training, which was actually developed locally. And this program actually teaches people how to recognize signs of somebody that might be having a mental health challenge. How do you talk to that person? What kind of resources are available to help out that person? And how do we get that person to start seeking the help that they potentially need?
So In Shape is a one-session program. It's 60 minutes, and it really focuses on emphasizing wellness goals and substance misuse. This program is aimed at the demographic of 18 to 25-year-olds. It's aimed at this age demographic because this age group has a lot of stress put on them by either entering college or entering the workforce.
That age group has a lot of challenges. They have a lot of stress in their lives, so it can be very easy to start making some unhealthy life choices, be it from the foods that we consume, to the amount of exercise we get, to what substances we wind up putting into our bodies. Ultimately, the In Shape program just gives people a chance to evaluate what they're doing, what's working, what's not working, and what they can wind up doing in the future.
Today we're talking about World Kindness Day. World Kindness Day is the second week in November every year to show just simple acts of kindness to each other. Here in the East Bay region, we have carnations and balloons, and we walk around our communities just handing them out and just saying hi to people that we don't know, just because they're a member of our community. The smiles that it puts on people's faces when you just stop and say hi, have a great day, even if you don't have something in your hand, it can change somebody's day. To become involved, anybody can email me, Denise Alves, the co-director of the East Bay Regional Coalition. Kindness begets kindness.
Suicide is an unrecognized public health crisis. We lose somebody every 11 minutes to suicide. It is an absolutely devastating scenario, and it winds up affecting not just the people close to them, but throughout the entire community. So the CSSRS, or Columbia Protocol, is a 6-question survey tool that is used by hospitals, law enforcement, colleges, schools, and essentially what it is it helps to identify somebody that might be at risk of suicide. It's a fantastic tool. You don't need any actual experience to be able to use it. You don't need any particular background in mental health. All you need is an hour to learn how to ask the questions, and you could potentially save somebody's life. Easiest way to go ahead and actually sign up to one of our classes is go to eastbayprevention.org. You can actually find under our mental health awareness trainings, drop down, there's going to wind up being a calendar right there where you can actually sign up to whatever our latest trainings are going to wind up being. If we don't currently have a time that works for you, please give us a call. Go ahead and actually email us. You'll see our contact information right there. We will set something up for you.
The business started off as my father and I owning the business. I later bought him out, and Jeff then came in as a business partner 3 years ago. We've grown the store dramatically in the 10 years that we've owned it, and we're lucky enough to move into a brand new location. The new location is 3 times the size of our former store. We're able to stock over 2,000 new items and lower prices on almost everything inside of the store. It's a great shopping experience for people, convenient and easy to get to. We have the largest selection of wine, liquor, and beer on Aquidneck Island.
I'm mostly excited about the new location just because of the opportunities that we have here that we didn't have before. At the previous location, it was such a small store, and we were kind of capped at the capacity that we were growing. There's just so many more opportunities to expand our wine selection, to expand our craft beer selection, to have tastings, which we never had before, things like that. I just think overall it's just going to provide a much better customer experience.
One of the interesting things that we offer here is our own barrel picks. We go and take a normal expression that you would normally know as Woodford or Maker's Mark or Knob Creek or any of those items, and then we go and we pick a single barrel of the best version of that, essentially. Whenever you're drinking a more commercial grade bourbon, those are a mix of several different barrels in order to achieve one specific taste. Every single one of these has their own taste that's unique to that specific barrel.
I think one of the other things that we're able to do now that we never were able to do before was expand our craft beer selection. I have a very high passion for craft beer, and by having 30 cooler doors as opposed to 12 before, we're able to expand that selection drastically. Just have a much bigger selection of not only IPAs, which is obviously the hottest trend, but to be able to carry more shelf-stable porters and stouts and ales and lagers. Things like that, which we weren't really able to carry because we didn't have the space before. We definitely have the best, in my opinion, have the best selection on the island, and I plan on drastically expanding that too as time goes on.
We offer 100% free delivery to all of Aquidneck Island and Jamestown.
We're very quick. We usually have most of our deliveries to you within the hour.
One of the interesting things that we've added into our new store is a fully operational tasting center. Our clients can try anything they want before they purchase it. Sometimes people don't want to commit to a $30, $40, $50 bottle of anything without knowing they like it first. This gives them the opportunity to do it. We offer tastings at Gold's Wine and Spirits Thursday through Saturday. We hope that our clients will come in and hopefully will help expand their palate. At Gold's Wine and Spirits, we offer a 5% back rewards program. Every $500 spent, our customers get a $25 gift card to the store. I'm incredibly proud of everyone that I work with. They do an amazing job. We are incredibly lucky to work with those people and have those people around us. And I really think it shows in the customer service that we provide to the community. Hey Middletown, Gold's Wine and Spirits has landed on Valley Road, and we're bigger and better than ever. Come experience where every sip is pure gold.
We've come to the end of another edition of Locally New England, and we learned a lot today from our special guests, but it's really interesting how common food insecurity is, not only in this Rhode Island community, but around the country.
And the perfect time of year to get involved. So tune in next time for the people, the places, and the stories that are Locally New England.